today we're talking big fun in a small space while we build a poolside grotto with all the fixins. We are packing in water features, slides, and of course, a lot of wonderful things to make the neighbors jealous. So stay tuned here and watch how we do it. I'm Sean, and he's Patrick. Our parents started this 40 years ago, and now we build everything from luxury pools to zoo habitats. We are Rock Inc.
It's time for us to make a pretty sweet grotto for a wonderful family nearby.
What we're doing is actually using these pieces. We call them rebar benders. What we've made ourselves over the years. This is made out of 1x1 hollow stock, and then we actually added bolts to the top, and we have literally bent millions of linear feet over the last 4 decades.
We decided to do the 2 small waterfalls. They do their waterproofing right now in the shop where it's nice and warm. Because I have to carry this in, we are actually breaking this up into pieces. So this is a separate piece for this, but essentially this is going to be the swivel up grotto. You can see my pool line here, and we should get a nice sheet ball sheeting the edge, but then we have a water slide that comes down right here. We're going to work on the back, and then we're going to work on the top. We're going to get some molding done today, and we're going to deliver this tomorrow. Worked out the backside, should look a little bit more like the drawing now. We have areas that we can hide our plumbing and create a even weir. We want them to be able to stand on it, so that's why we use structural steel inside. But this is the key. A lot can get done by one of us. Anyway, tomorrow is install day. We're looking forward to seeing it in place. We're going to create a little pocket door here as well so that we can access plumbing. So lots of fun ahead. All right. Let's talk about lathing. It is the backbone. It is a layer of our strength. It goes pretty quick when you do it right, and when you do it wrong, it goes real slow. So you can sort of see here, these have little ridges. I call them little cups. As long as those are facing up, you're gonna have a good day. If you're facing down and you're trying to put mud on, it's just gonna fall down. It's not gonna hold it. The way our grids work is always 10 inches. Tie, tie, tie. There's a strategy to keeping it tight and slinging it through. Grab my pliers, twist just like a lineman. I loop it back on itself, and looping it back on itself actually gives it the strength. Then I'm able to snip it. Where the little door is going to go. We made our door out of foam, so it's nice and light.
Our fiber coat is specially formulated that we actually did ourselves. My father created this formula almost 4 decades ago. We were about 2 years old when he created that. And what he did was he went and worked with the University of Waterloo to make sure that we had the strongest, most durable product out there. And we use a polypropylene fiber called polymesh that we create ourselves, and then we mix that into our pre-bag mix, and then we spread it. On this particular job, we actually had to spread manually. After that, finish coat. So important, because if you nail the shape and you make sure that it's structurally strong, fantastic. But if you mess up on your final finish, then it was all for nothing.
There's a lot of soothing elements about carving. I think it's no secret, I've said it before, I love to create one feature in every single job that I do. I think there's a lot of opportunity, even though this is a smaller outcropping, but we do want it to look like that sandstone, that beachy sand, kind of broken up and broken apart, and trying to make it look stacked but not stacked. think there's a lot of opportunity on this grotto here. I always love having that kind of blocky look, especially for the sheet falls. And I like to have a large waterfall weir. So this one is about 8 to 10 inches, and I'm able to then create the face of it, create some interesting dynamic cracks that are gonna kind of shoot the water in different fun ways. And I love that unpredictability. I think that's what we really enjoy about waterfalls and how the water comes over the rocks. That's what we're trying to recreate. We want to break up the eye line. We want to make it look like it makes sense that there's 3 flowing waterfalls on one outcropping.
Yeah, we're just putting the finishing touches on our grotto slash sandstony jumping rock. Reminds me a little bit of like riding on Stone Provincial Park in my native Alberta. Yeah, you can see the story of the geology a little bit, how it's sort of like falling apart, you know, like as rock comes apart with time. And to make just some beautiful places for water to fall, I think was the main objective.
Paint day today. Frankly, we are running out of days that we can get this done as the season is coming to an end. No matter what, we're going to start by washing everything off, and then hopefully the sun is hitting it just right. It seems to be. It's warming up the grotto itself, and that's what we're looking for, is we're looking for a surface area temp. It's still a bit cold out, so there's going to be a lot of waiting in between. But the goal of this now is we want to create a softer feel. We're painting it where the homeowners really wanted that kind of sandstone beachy feel, and that is a perfect color that matches along with everything else that we got going on when it comes to the hardscaping and the general plan around. I feel like we nailed that color. That one was kind of like a new color scheme for me, so I was pretty proud of that. It's getting a little crispy out here. We'll show you what we've done underneath. So we have a plug set for our lighting, pipe for the main waterfall, and then the 2 offshoots. You can see that there's a lot of room comparatively that could allow for a full pump room if needed. Best thing about these types of water features is what you're able to house, and we could obviously go a lot further, but this is a nice spot to have access.
It'll show you how things are looking. Since we've been here last, they have the pool liner in, and I think the color scheme is working out quite well. So, looking good so far.
Honestly, it turned out great. It looks fantastic. The water features are running exactly how we planned on it. Big thank you to Dream Pools for facilitating this and introducing us to the client. And the homeowners were really happy and excited to get up on it and to jump off of course, and just to really soak in the whole vibe, the sounds, the sights. Hey, if you like this content, if you want to see more, if you want to let us know what your favorite part of this was, please like, share, comment below, and otherwise, we're going to see you on the next.